All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
On the ready.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Gone.
Check 4.
Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Sheffield. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I'm coming. Hey, watch the edge. Watch the edge.
Five.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on 1st down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
On 1st down, Sheffield is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Come on.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's a party now.
Hard. Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ready? 50, plant.
51's the Mike. Man, I got you. Kill. Check 99. 51's Mike. Mike's 51. I know he ain't got it.
Ready?
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. And what they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Got it.
Mike 51. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
General West.
Slam. Joker. Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sheffield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game. And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. I'm coming.
To throw on second down, Sheffield. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Ready.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down.
Rip left. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Watch twist.
Speed grip.
Operating from the gun, Sheffield. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try.
A 29-yard attempt.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
Their own 29-yard line.
Let's go now. 52. 50 flag. 52's the mic. Check.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Here I come. Hey, check.
Throwing is Jackson.
Go.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kiki QT with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Second and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got wide.
They'll try the left side. Blackburn. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
It's just me and you. Sixth guy. Check sixth guy.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot. Shoot.
On 3rd and 2, Sheffield looking for Campbell downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And an update from the Circle City up in Indianapolis. And the 49ers are out to the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
At the 50-yard line.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
Lucky.
Shift. Watch the shift.
On 2nd down now, Blackburn. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Sheffield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Target. He's checking. Crash.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Kiki QT, 76 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
The Jacksonville
8-3.
offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw on 3rd down, Sheffield. And able to find Kirk complete. That's one heck of a 3rd down conversion, a pickup of 39. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
55. Bring it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Sheffield. Open man is Kirk, complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. Complete to Christian Kirk. 1st down and goal to go.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
He wasn't ready.
Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score.
As they began this last drive, things weren't exactly looking up for this offense. But after what they just did, putting the ball in the end zone, that took them away from the brink of possibly being knocked out of this game.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
52's the mark.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get
they?
a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Jackson on 1st down. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Right here, right here. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Check 37.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Chubb hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Pick, baby, all day. Don't throw this way.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 30.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, off.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going to air one out. This is caught, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Dante Pettis. In the final seconds of the first half, and the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Strong left.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Open man is QT, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Let's go now. Hit the flat.
Watch the slant.
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and now it's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
61. Match box. Right.
Check 50. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Jackson now. Gonna throw again. This is the tight end, Njoku. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You're out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is T.J. Yeldon. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
We ain't giving up nothing today. Hey, Haywood. Hey, lock it.
Switch gears.
Big rip.
To throw on second down, Sheffield. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
You ain't going nowhere.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Come on,
this quarterback now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
Shit.
They go back to the ground now with Yeldon. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ready?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Kill.
Rock it. Shoot.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
All day, every day.
Looking to throw. Sheffield. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle.
Come on, baby.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Get it.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward.
Let's go.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Sheffield. He finds Yeldon. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Ready. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
I don't even have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the 4th quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
We got 3. Go.
Looking to throw. Sheffield to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Paris Campbell. Incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. And Butker able to put this one through. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before on the flip side of this. And all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
And they're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 35-yard line.
Ready. Mike took to Pittsburgh.
21. Check Mike 21. Watch the backer.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson got an open man. It's QT. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence? And they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Let's go.
And that's a good run, and I know he went out of bounds, so we could nitpick a little bit here and get on him and say, hey, make sure you stay in bounds, keep the clock running. But this stage of the game, Brandon, that's not really uppermost in his mind. He just wants to take care of the football and gain yardage.
Yeah, and they have a little bit of comfort there with it not just being a one-score game, so not too nitpicky. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Easy work.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
All right, T, let's turn. All right, T.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turns into a nice play.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Following the penalty, Chubb. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete.
I'm going to hit you.
Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Check 9, check 9. Hey, exit.
Mike's 54.
From the gun, Sheffield. It's complete downfield out left to his running back. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go, let's come.
Operating from the gun, Sheffield. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
They can't see us.
Nick Chubb with his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
In your face.
Hard.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
Back to throw. Sheffield over the middle. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
On the ready.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Get it.
Throwing on 1st down. Sheffield. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Let's go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
7.
Watch the screen. Switch.
Ready.
From the gun, Sheffield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
You can't block me.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Sheffield. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Ready?
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Hey, orbit.
Right there. 54, right there, right there. 54, Mike.
Hey,
Leo.
Watch the edge.
watch the safety creep.
Down.
Operating from the gun, Sheffield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
That's a pick, boy. That's a pick.
I like the way you said
Going the
happy
other
there,
way.
right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
You go night-night. Don't go night-night.
On 1st and 10, Sheffield. He's got the first down inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Keep playing hard.
18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
Complete to Christian Kirk. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Down. 10-2 stop.
He wants the mic.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Speed grip.
From the gun, Sheffield. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready.
Second and goal
50,
from
plant.
the 1.
Watch 54. Watch 54.
Golf.
Check pass. Hey, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
You better bring it.
Hit it.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Seahawks, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles